Some people may argue the jury's still out on him.
What? I think it's not his fault, but we got him when we should have got someone else. Cult hero, I think, already.
Yeah,
but
that isn't a category though, is it, Jay?
I know it's not.
I don't think we need to talk about this,
Do you think squad player?
I wouldn't. I'd put him.
That's
in
exactly what it was.
I'd say jury's out.
That's what Ali does when he's picking the team. He goes,
Yeah.
No, there's no arguing that, is there?
Yeah. In the make, can we take out the make legend already?
Jury's out, Adam.
better than Dean Henderson currently.
That is
He's better than De Gea
obscene.
currently.
What are you saying?
Jay here, Stretford, Paddock. This is the Ole Gunnar Solskjaer transfer tier list, and joining me today are two absolute giants from the Manchester United fan base. My good friend and colleague, Mr. Joe Smith.
You all right?
Yeah, you?
Yeah.
Is this your first tier list?
It's my first tier list I've ever done in my life.
Really?
Yeah, I'm very excited.
I'm a mate. Me and you've been doing these for years.
All right. So
veterans in this.
Veterans. Also, is Adam McCullough. How we doing, brother?
What's happening?
Yeah, good.
It's hot in here, innit?
It is, mate. It's a bit warm. I mean, I like it warm.
I'm sitting here in a hoodie, though, to be honest.
So, for the purposes of this, for anyone who doesn't know what a tier list is or what we're going to be doing, we're going to be going through each of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's signings as Manchester United manager, and we're going to be rating them. We're going to be putting them in a list, in a tier list. So, from top to bottom, it's going to be legend in the making. Tasty.
That's where I want to be.
That's where you want to be, mate. That's the creme de la creme.
Cream,
Yeah?
the primo.
Yes, the primo. Then it's going to be improve the first team. So, you know.
Should go without saying, innit?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, why else we bought him? Then we're going to have squad player. All right, yeah, you know. You're here. Well done. And jury's out, which is a nice way of saying
Shit.
yeah, but we don't want to do that.
No.
Because we're not about that.
No.
So we'll start off with one of my favourite players, giving the game away what I think of him, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
£50 million.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which we have to take the price into consideration. with these
Good
things.
comment. Well made.
In my opinion, money well spent. It's clear that some people may argue the jury's still out on him. But
What?
You'd never put him in that section
For this.
argument. Do you know what I mean? He's far more than a squad player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody plays above him, really.
Nope.
And truly, although there's talk about us trying to get a replacement or a backup, so it has to be one of the top two for me.
Yeah,
and
I
I'd
agree.
edge towards him being a legend in the making.
Really?
Reason
Wow.
being is something that gets you legendary status is also longevity and consistency. And he seems to have the attributes and the characteristics to be able to be both of those things.
Yeah.
In a similar way to, like, I know Gary Neville, because he's academy player and he has a lot more ties to the club. But if you took away that, like, he's a legend, isn't he? Consistency, winning trophies, all those things are involved, and there's no reason why Wan-Bissaka can't go on and do that.
What do you reckon? So I heard you sort of
I agree.
gasping a little bit when Maka said a legend in the making.
The thing is, I don't really disagree with any of your points, but I think so far he hasn't proven himself to be like, this guy's going to be a legend for United. I think he's obviously improved the first team.
Yeah.
I think he's obviously more than a squad player, but I don't think he would say he has, other than consistency, the characteristics to really cement himself as one of the greats of Manchester United. I think personally, he's improved the first team.
I can agree
obviously.
with that.
Yeah.
But also, when I see performances like what he did in PSG against Mbappe, like,
Against City.
I know for a fact somewhere along the line we're going to win a trophy and there's going to be a game where he's done
Stuns,
like that. Do you know what I mean? And it's like those players will win you trophies, and for like he's a big game player. For
I think you're the tiebreaker here, then, Jay.
When we signed him, not long after we signed him, I said he looks like the type of player who could have got into a Fergie team. He's that good. I think he actually wouldn't have looked out of place. Yes, there's some question marks about him going forward, but defensively, he's as good as anyone I've seen at right back defensively. And I think going forward, he is improving. And I also think now we've got an actual right winger in front of him, he's only going to get better because he won't be relied upon as much to get forward. It'll be interesting to see how it pans out, whether we do bring in another right back or whether Ethan Laird gets into the conversation further down the line. But I'm going to go with you, Mac.
Oh.
I am. I know. I think...
Sycophants, both of you.
Well, yeah. I think it's not set in stone. I'm not going, nailed on, he's going to be a legend making. But I think from what we've seen of him so far, the fact that he's still relatively young, defensively, he's so good. The way he handles someone like Raheem Sterling, for example.
Best defensive fullback I've ever seen.
And also the fact that he's always available as well. We always keep going on about availability and how important that is. He plays every game. So, I'm going to go for it. And
And you know what?
Me right.
I don't hate that. I don't mind that at all.
You're all right with that?
Yeah, he's somewhere in the middle for me. I would have gone improve the first team, but I don't.
If you went improve the first team, I couldn't know.
It was close, that one, to be fair. He's sort of in the middle, but I'll go with legend.
I feel like it is more than he's done more than improve the first team, but he's maybe not done as much to suggest.
Right, go on then, stick him in. Legend in the making.
There we go.
Sorted.
Right, next one. Harry Maguire.
Slabby.
The greatest defender in the world, according to some people after the Euros.
Best penalty since Anderson in 08.
Anderson.
He was a great penalty, that.
Hargreaves for me. But Anderson for the swagger, but I won't call it a great penalty.
He got his head down and smashed it, didn't he?
Through the middle. The keeper stands there, he just catches it. But yeah, he doesn't just score penalties, obviously does a lot more than that. Does a lot more for United than he does for England as well. Joe, we'll start with you. Where do you put him? How do you rate him as a signing and what he's done so far at Manchester United?
There's no doubt, again, we're talking top two here. Yeah. He's improved the first team without a doubt. 100%. He's played every single game he's been available, and that has been like most games. He broke the record for most minutes played in a row in the league for Man United. He clearly improved the first team. For me, what takes him up to the next level of legend in the making is I think he could and will be the captain that takes Man United to winning trophies again. I think we're closer now than we have been in a long time, and I think that he's one of the big sort of first names on the team sheet, captain of the club, one of the best defenders in the league, I would say, and have been saying. I think he can be the sort of maybe the difference, especially if we get someone like Varane in. If we get a really strong partnership that he's part of, I think we can start winning trophies with him and one other as centre-back partnership. And I don't think we could say that with any of the other centre-backs we've had over the last few years. I think he could go on and really push on and be like Harry Maguire, you remember those teams? I think we could have that sort of situation.
Incredible as our team of the tournament at the World Cup, team of the tournament at the Euros. Yeah. I think I know we lost on penalties, but if he starts that game against Villarreal, we win the game.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
I don't think we concede that set piece.
I think we were speaking about before, like which player during this Euros has increased their value the most. Now, I don't think he's increased his value from that £80 million price tag, but he's made those questions of, he's not worth that. Yeah. No one's saying that no more. No. Everyone's saying, all right, he might still not think he's worth 80 million. Yeah. But if you don't think that, he's not far off it anymore.
And every club in the country would have Harry Maguire in their team now. You'd have him next to Van Dijk. You'd have him next to Diaz. You'd have him next to Varane, or even at PSG, he'd get in there. Do you know what I mean? He would get in pretty much any defence in Europe now.
I only think there's one defender better than him in the world at the moment.
At the moment, I would agree. I mean, using the Euros as the most recent case study, he was the best, I think, arguably the best player at the Euros, let alone defender. So, for me, legend in the making.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because the things that sort of are used to beat him as a stick to beat him with, the fact he cost 80 million, I think you have to give him a bit of credit there because coming into Manchester United with an £80 million price tag on your head and still performing at the levels he did. And one thing that annoys me a little bit is this idea that he's blossomed in the Euros. I don't think he has. He's been playing consistently well for Manchester United for a while now. It's just people have noticed it more in the Euros because obviously it's, there's a bigger spotlight, especially with England fans. So I think it is in the making. Obviously, he's only played 2 seasons. He's not won any trophies. So we're not saying he's a United legend. He isn't. No. But you can definitely see signs of it. So we all agreed then? He's Maka?
I agree, yeah. The only thing that's making me think now is I was probably too kind to Wan-Bissaka.
Well, it's not like, one or the other. It's not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, but I just, you know what I mean? But anyway, yeah.
Legend in the making. 2 for 2.
2 for 2, eh? All he knows what he's doing when he buys these players. Third up is Dan James. No, right.
No.
Right, yeah.
We're letting you speak first.
Okay. Dan James. Yeah. Obviously wasn't bought the way that Wan-Bissaka or Harry Maguire were for big money, expected to come straight into the first team. Around the £15 million mark, I think it was, from Swansea. Came in, played a lot of football early doors, more than people expected him to. Did really well early doors as well, scoring some goals at Old Trafford especially. Where do you rank him, Joe? Because he was brought in as a squad player. Do you think he fits that bill, or has he exceeded or disappointed in any way?
I don't think he's disappointed. I think he's been what you think, which is a squad player. Like I could see how you could make the argument of jury's out. He obviously hasn't improved the first team. We're looking bottom 2 here. Yeah. But I think he has, he has come in. He's improved the squad, which makes him a good squad player. I don't think the jury's out in terms of is he a squad player.
See, part of me does. I agree with you. And if I was going to pick something now, I'd pick probably squad player. But I am sliding towards jury out. Really? Jury's out. And the reason I say that, just talks about him leaving potentially. Now, I don't think that's probably because of his quality. Probably because we can get a fee for a squad player and all that. But if you still ask me whether I'm happy to have him in the squad, yes. But do I think he's United quality?
Has he been a success?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Like, I'm still not sure. I say yes, I'd have him in the squad because coming off the bench with that pace, you're always going to be a problem. And we saw in the Euros, he had a decent Euros, but I still think the jury's out because I can't tell you whether he's good enough or not yet. I genuinely don't know.
Dan James has won more Manchester derbies at the Etihad than Pep Guardiola.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Hey.
Go on then,
There's
Joe.
a stat for you.
What we're saying. So he's saying Joe's out. I'm saying squad player.
For me, squad player. I can't think of a player who's done more what it says on the tin than Dan James.
Yeah.
He came in for pretty cheap, considering
15 million.
Yeah, the modern sort of era, the normal prices that clubs pay, especially Manchester United.
More than Cristiano Ronaldo?
What?
Cost more than Cristiano Ronaldo?
It costs more than Roy Keane and Brian Robson put together.
And Michael.
Complete waste of money. But like, he's come in as a squad player and is a good squad player.
Yeah.
Does come into those games and is productive.
And plays plenty of games
Yeah.
as well. You know,
Gets
20
goals,
games.
That's the problem, isn't it?
Well,
Yeah.
maybe it is.
Yeah.
So
That is more than a squad player has been the problem.
Yeah, I think that's not his fault. That
Yeah,
perhaps
yeah,
is
yeah.
a little bit too much asked of him, especially when he first came in, had that good spell, then was kept getting picked even when his former deserted him.
Yeah.
But for me, very good squad player, and I haven't got a problem now when Dan James starts a game. I'm not going, oh man, what's
And you
he
know
doing?
that point you said there of, like, he'll always get picked and that. Someone will always... It's because he does the things that your manager wants. And that's why he is a good squad
He's
player.
the sort of player that he's going to have a good career, whatever it's.
Like, the manager will always
He's
think-
going to get a lot of games.
All right, he might
Yeah.
lack quality, but he makes up for it in effort,
Yeah.
enthusiasm,
And
and tactically.
and
If I ask
pace.
him to do something, he'll do it.
He's got a touch of that. I'm not saying he's that level, but like the Jesper Blomqvist about him, as a player that just comes in. You know, like Blomqvist played like 42 games when we won the treble, and everyone
He
forgets that.
started the final.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He comes in and does a job.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But he's not the first name on the team sheet, or you're not going, oh, we need him. But when he's picked, I think he does a decent job. So, yeah, I think the consensus there is squad player. We'll move on to someone who almost became a bit of a cult hero at one point, Odion Ighalo. But if we're going to judge him on,
It's hard to put him in any of these because he's not here anymore.
yeah.
The jury's no longer out.
I think when we're saying jury's out, we're sort of maybe saying it's not quite worked out for him. We're being polite
Yeah.
there.
He's
aren't
never
we?
going to be a legend, although he is in the sense of when you call your mate a legend.
Yeah.
So he was nothing more than a squad player. I don't think we need to talk about this.
Do you think squad player?
I'd put him
That's
in
exactly what it was.
I'd say jury's out.
Yeah, I think it's not his fault, but we got him when we should have got someone else instead.
He was
Yeah.
what we needed at that time, though.
No,
And
he
I
was
don't know.
all we could muster
Yeah.
at that time.
but that's not like he was a squad
I'm
player.
not blaming him.
No.
Yeah, but again, the jury's out one is like.
I
was
think
it a
he
bit of
actually
a-
got to the point where he wasn't even a squad player.
Yeah.
He literally his last
remember
3
he
months
was-
he didn't even kick a ball.
He was here till Christmas. Remember, he was here till Christmas.
And it was like he couldn't even get on the bench.
Yeah.
So I think listen, we all bought into him because
No,
he's
yeah, we're
such
not
a-
knocking him as a
Yeah.
man.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it
but
was,
anyway,
I think we have to say jury's out. No disrespect to him because he was a lovely man. And
Yeah.
we'd love to get him on the channel.
I think we can just say 3 words for this next man.
Bruno Fernandes.
Legend in the making. Done.
Are you arguing
Legend.
about that?
No, there's no arguing that, is there?
Yeah, in the making, can we take out the
Yeah.
make legend already?
Let me look at his face.
Look at his little
just a
face.
gorgeous man.
So
What
Bruno
a guy.
Fernandes, straight in, legend in the making.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's not try and be clever.
No.
And like, oh, listen, actually, no.
I do hope, though, while
He's
we're
min
talking about
end
him,
of.
that there's less focus of the team running through him next
Me
season.
too.
Because when I feel we give him this license to do what he wants, he can become very wasteful because he feels like I have to.
Have to do
and I'm
everything.
hoping because Jadon Sancho's there,
Yeah.
hopefully, Martial's firing, Rashford back from his injury, Cavani in there.
Greenwood another year older.
Like, hopefully now it becomes more of a team thing than
Yeah.
I'm Bruno, I have to score.
And we score 120 goals as a team, and he scores 15, whereas we score 100.
If we are going
and
to
he
be a better
scores
team this
25.
year,
yeah.
he has to score less goals.
Yeah,
And that sounds weird,
yeah, I agree.
but if you get what I'm saying,
Yeah.
you'll understand.
Legend
Yeah.
in the making.
Legend
Next
in the
up,
making. Let's not
100.
try and be overly complicated about that one. Next one,
Diddley
Donny
Van
van der
Beek.
Beek. That's a complicated one, that one, isn't it? It's only a complication.
I think-
Where do we put him?
That's
Again-
what Ollie does when he's picking the team. He goes,
Yeah. Forget about you, son. Hey, no one's-
40 minutes.
Again, about him.
What we need to do
"Is that
here
Fred?" Oh, yeah.
is, I think we
Chucks
need.
it on the fire, doesn't it?
I think again we need to look at what they were brought in to do. And he didn't cost 15 million. He cost 40 million.
Yep.
Which is the same, not the same, but you're talking.
We're
sort of-
dealing with the same bottom two here.
You're
innit?
talking sort of Fred, Wan-Bissaka numbers here.
Yep.
Fred, obviously, we say what you want about his quality. He plays every week.
Yep.
Donny van der Beek, for me, has to be a jury's out. because he is a squad player. I know he played, I think it was like 30 appearances last season, but he
was it 4 starts or something.
But yeah, but he has no like. Dan James has a role in this squad.
Yeah,
you are come on for tired legs, or you start in some big games because we need your work rate. We need that like tracking back going forward.
Yeah.
Donny van der Beek, tell me what game he plays for you. Give me a scenario where you know Van der Beek's starting. There isn't one.
No,
he doesn't have a role at United.
Is that his? Obviously, you have to have some terms of personal responsibility and maybe training and all those things. But like you mentioned, Fred there. Fred was stinking the joint out for a long time.
He was.
And he was still played constantly.
Yeah, true.
Like why? And I agree, Drury's still out.
Yeah.
But I believe that's not totally down to him, and I think he should have been given more opportunity.
Yeah.
Like I feel with some players, we get to see them stink the place out every other week, and it's kind of just like, oh yeah, well, But then he can come in just for 5 minutes, have a bad 5 minutes, and it's he's.
Do you not
he's
think
clearly
though,
not good enough? Like Ollie's right. Like I don't think that's the case.
With that argument, Maka, do you not feel that maybe with Fred, for example, in Ollie's first season, Fred played a lot of games where he didn't stink the place out. Has he got credit in the bank with Ollie? Is what I'm getting at.
But hold on, Donny came in. He scored it with his first touch against Palace. There were other games where I thought, actually, this guy looks all right. He was linking up with Mata and Bruno, dropping into holes. He was moving into positions where I thought it was other players in the team not quite understanding what they had. And because it was such a difference from Bruno playing to then Donny coming in, we didn't have a sense of pattern of plays in the final third.
Yeah.
I said it like constantly last season, and Donny suffered from that as well, having people to play off. And I think, yes, Drury's out, but I also think the manager's got to do a bit more with him.
I'm not throwing him under the bus in terms of I
don't
not
hate
good
him
enough or anything like that.
No,
but
I'm not suggesting.
I'm only basing my opinion on Donny van der Beek off what I've seen for United, because I didn't see a lot of him at Ajax. I saw a little bit, not much enough, certainly not enough to make an opinion on. And I haven't seen enough of him at United to go, he's the man for me. I'm not saying he's not. I'd like to see him play more games.
But literally the definition of the jury is still
exactly,
out.
And that's not
I
criticism
agree.
of him.
Yeah.
Like you say, he's either been given loads of, he's 30 odd games, but how many of them were actually starts or 90 minutes?
Yeah.
The fact you're saying linking up with Wan-Bissaka makes me think that was probably a game, against.
No, but that's the thing.
someone
Even
like
Bruno, remember?
But I'm saying he's using
fact
those
he's playing
games
with Wan-Bissaka.
It's not like he's playing in a, against the Scousers or whatever.
But then you got to give him a chance. He never got a chance, man.
Jury's out, Adam.
Donny never got a chance, man.
Come
Well, he's
on.
not gone yet. Well, hopefully he'll get one next
He
season.
said it like he's
Donny-
died.
Yeah.
Donny never got a chance. And now
Hey.
look at him.
Hey.
No, he's still there. He's got a chance next season. Next.
Talking about not getting a chance.
Alex Tellez.
Jury's
For
out.
good reason, though.
Yeah.
Jury's out, innit?
out.
Because he turns up. In fact, he is a great squad player.
You think?
He turns up and we get the best left back in the world in Luke Shaw. Like, that's what having a good squad's about. Isn't it?
No, it is though. I know what you mean. But him as a player, what he's done on
Great
the pitch
squad
for
player.
United, jury's out.
No, it's just great
Come
squad
on.
I
If he wasn't so good, Luke Shaw wouldn't have to be so good to stay in the team.
What a sentence.
Hey.
But that guy,
Whilst I appreciate that sentiment,
Off the top of my head, does that make you agree?
I don't
it
agree.
felt like it.
I'm going jury's out. He's going squad
Jay.
player.
Yes,
Oh, in that case,
you know, squad player.
Squad player Mac he's chumping there with his tap in the head. I can't do anything.
I think we've got to go jury's out, haven't we?
Yeah.
Him, what he's done for United, he hasn't, again, he's not really... What it seemed like at first was he'll be the wing back when we need an attack.
yeah.
I don't even think he's as good as Luke Shaw going forward.
Mate, he's
it's-
sus.
So that's what I mean. So it's like he doesn't have a role in this squad.
He is
Same with
very
Donny.
sus. I said it a lot last
Was it the
season.
Roma game when he came
Yeah.
on and it was like, to be fair, him and Brandon Williams, I think
They both came on
it
like-
was just like, what is going on?
This
in
is
that?
football. We've done football for a bit.
And, it was
He's soft.
scary. And
Yeah.
obviously the difference with Williams is only a youngster and expect more from him. But Tellez, I'd say the jury's out.
Me too.
Facundo Palestra.
Never played a game.
We can't.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
we have to
harsh.
include him because he's been bought. He got you two all excited when it was at 5 to 10. We were waiting for a Sky announcement, and you were going, "It's going to be Sancho. It's going to be Sancho."
Is
And
that,
it wasn't. It
Is
was
that
Palestra.
Jadon Sancho in Spanish?
Facundo sounds like Sancho in Spanish. One more to announce.
That's that Palestri.
Are you joking?
That's Palestri.
I'm going to be sick.
And it's also Jim White.
I'm going to be sick.
It's Palestri, man.
What
It's
if
not
it's fucking-
Sancho.
I'm going to be sick.
It's not Sancho.
Jim White and Sky Sports have just
Don't
said we might have one
fall
more to
for
announce.
Jim White and his nonsense.
In the next 5 minutes.
Jim White is nonsense without the
Jay,
sense.
get me a bucket.
He's just...
Get me a bucket, mate. I'm
Michael
gonna
loves
fucking
Jim
throw
White.
up.
I hate you. I'm gonna fucking
Out
throw
like I
up.
love
I mean,
Well,
just
it wasn't to
just
be.
through a lack of exposure and nothing harsh on him, it has to be Jory's out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
'Cause
He's going on loan
he's
again
never
as
played
well,
for
so-
United, so come on.
I don't
he's-
think we'll see him play in the first team for probably 2-3 years.
It's
Yeah,
like,
that.
you know, he's
can't
one of
constitute
those.
a
He could even
squad
be a
player.
Zoran Tosic,
Yeah.
but I don't want to kill
No.
anyone.
No,
Be a-
yeah, we'll see what happens. But
Jory's
obviously, he's the definition of a Jory's out. Slightly different late signing last summer. Amad Diallo.
I think he's a jury's out, but I'm edging towards squad player with him because
Yeah.
of the AC Milan goal,
Yeah.
because of a few of the games, because of his low centre of gravity,
Yeah.
because of his skill, his pace,
His vision
everything,
as well
his
is
vision,
brilliant.
His decision making.
Yeah, the way he looks for passes is so good for not just a winger, obviously, because a lot of wingers these days are basically quick strikers. But for a player of his age to be his vision to be as good as it is, always trying to find
size.
through balls, always trying to pass through the lines. What?
And his size,
Yeah,
like his
exactly.
stature, like
Yeah.
he's
He's
not
brilliant.
scared of anything. He's a brave lad.
I think Diallo could be the real deal. I really do. I think he could be mint. I know he's not
See
there
the goal
yet.
for Ivory Coast in the
That's
last
what I
minute?
mean.
Yeah,
He
the
looks
free
like.
kick.
I've been well
Like-
impressed with him.
Pressure.
The fact he's even taking that
Yeah.
free kick, 18 years old, last minute, like incredible.
I think he could be special. Obviously, he's going to have his work cut out to get into the first team.
Yeah.
For this, it's squad player.
I
but
think squad player.
I see
you could
him
never
though,
count him out like having an amazing career.
No.
Hopefully at Manchester United as well.
I see him also possibly dropping into that 10 position
Do you reckon?
as an alternative for Bruno
Yeah.
in the next 2-3 years because of I don't know something about him, and I think having players either side of him could be really good because of his
Do you know
awareness.
what as well?
awareness,
Like
yeah.
you just mentioned that he's got so many years on his side.
Yeah,
He
was
isn't
he
22,
18?
23, like,
No.
you know, I think Palestri's in his early 20s, isn't he? Where you go, you've got one more year and then that's it.
Yeah.
He could spend 2 more seasons going out on loan, come back and still only be 20.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
And it's
So-
you see with Daniel James again. I'm not trying to kill
Just get
Daniel
off his
James
back,
here,
will ya?
but you see the quality in Ahmad, innit?
Yeah.
You see the difference.
You
in
don't.
quality.
You generally don't ever see some of the flashes that you see from him, from Dan James. But Dan James has got obviously more of a role in the first team than
Yeah.
Diallo. But what we're saying, squad player.
Yeah, for this.
Yeah.
But we can't count him out on reaching the very top because
Yeah.
he's so young and obviously so highly rated as well. I think it's up to 37 million for his transfer if all the incentives are met. Right, next one up.
Give it.
The man,
give
the myth,
it
the
to
legend.
Eddie Cavani.
Edinson Cavani.
Should
Yeah.
have done a slow a cappella version then, innit?
Cult hero, I think, already.
Yeah.
But
That isn't a category though, is
No,
it, Jay?
I know it's not. So are we saying legend in the making? Are we saying improved first team?
I think improved first team.
Are we tempering ourselves?
I think, and let's be honest with ourselves, and me and you can recall this, and we've mentioned it before, Jay.
Yeah, there's
if
video
we take
evidence.
ourselves back to about Christmas,
Yeah.
he may have been Jory's out.
Mate, there was,
you know what I
there was
mean?
a spell on there where he missed 9 out of 10 games.
Yeah.
He got banned.
Yeah, the whole racism
Yeah, for that
thing,
thing,
whatever.
the whole Instagram
Yeah.
thing. And also his goal scoring record was around 1 in 3, which is okay, but it's not like,
Yeah.
oh my God. And then he
I-
came back and he had that game, I remember it was at the Emirates, I think,
Yeah.
where he missed a couple of sitters. And it was like, is this going to work
What's
out?
happening here?
And then he's kicked on and it's
Yeah.
been mint. But go
I
on.
genuinely could make an argument for legend in the making, improving the first team and squad player.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you can make an argument for squad player. I think he
Oh,
could
you
be
can?
either the
No.
top two
Oh,
or
you can.
Jory's out.
You can if you're Anthony Martial's biggest fan.
No, nothing to do with that. But
Right, go
also,
on.
I could make an argument for legend in the make
Yeah.
Yeah.
because of the short nature of his stint and what he could be the catalyst for. What comes after that when he leaves, and the influence that he could have had on that dressing room,
Yeah.
and on Greenwood and on Rashford and on Marshall and Sancho and all these lads, it could be bigger than what he actually does for us on the pitch, and that's why I'm going legend in the making.
Well,
Do you know what it is, right, about Cavani as
I
well?
don't-
We
You've
will be
lost it.
singing
Yeah.
Cavani's
You've
name
lost it.
for years.
I mean,
I promise you.
that doesn't mean anything, though. We sing Forlan's name, don't we?
Yeah,
Still.
legend.
Yeah, right, fair enough. All he needs to do is score at Anfield a couple of times and you've made it.
Bro, we're going to win the league next year. He's going to be wearing number 21.
Saying it already. It's not even season's not even started.
What
and
are you
he's
saying?
already.
Daniel James the lead. He wears 21.
He makes a point because
21's
there's a
coming.
touch of the Zlatan's about Cavani in that you love him more than.
Are you
perhaps you
honestly
should
trying
do.
to tell me that Zlatan is a Man United legend then?
No, but there's a touch of that swagger that he's one of the iconic footballers of the
Yeah,
last 10
I
years.
get all that.
He comes in at United, he
Love
scores
all
great
that.
goals, and you love him. And it's like, when you scratch beneath the surface, he's probably not as good as he's revered.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go, for me, improve first team.
Yeah, me too. Improve first team.
Although, I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the season he's just done what he said.
Absolute
and won us the league.
salesman at the end who's like weaving this story for us.
I
this
could argue he's a
tapestry of
squad player.
lies.
I could argue he's improved the first team.
Yeah.
But I'm arguing he's a legend of the making.
All right,
because of the impact he will have. When we lift 21 next May, and then he swans off into the sunset with his medal, and we got Jason Sanchez takes his 7 shirt, you know, Martial's the man now, fucking Greenwood's there, you got Rashford smacking in goals.
This is just like the dream
Cut this all
scenario,
out. Cut this
man.
all out. He's
nuts,
making
bro.
himself look silly now. Cut
Hey,
it.
do you know what I
It's
mean?
gonna be crazy.
Hey, Danny Welbeck comes back on a free.
That Martial stuff has really
Takes us to
undermined your
Champions
whole
League
argument
glory.
there, isn't it?
And happy days.
So what we're saying, improve first team.
I'm saying improve first team. You're
Yeah.
saying improve. I know he's saying legend in the making. So
Not even in the making,
Two
just
trumps,
legend.
one.
all right, he's saying legend. So we're gonna go with the improve. Yeah, there you go.
Two of you, so.
You see,
Right.
it's written. Second to last one because there's another one after this one.
Should we save him till last?
All right, we'll save him to the last one. Right, I've not got a piece of paper for him, but Tom Heaton, we've signed him. He's a signing. Where are we going to put him? Discuss.
I don't even know where he fits into the squad at the minute. We got 8
Is
goalkeepers.
he even a squad player?
You were
got
telling me
eight
the other day on a video, and there's
I'll tell you
evidence
now, he's going to be our number 1.
there. Right, okay then. Well, there's a category for that.
I'll tell you why I think Tom Heaton's going to be our number 1.
Right. Quite a bold statement considering we've got 2 sort of
So I got a
first-choice
feeling David
goalkeepers.
De Gea probably is going to try and stick it out,
Yeah.
but then he's going to leave.
Okay.
Yeah, whether that's by January or this window, David De Gea is going to try and stick it out, but then leave.
Okay.
Dean Henderson, he's going to jump in goal. He's going to make a few wobbles,
Right.
and then Tom Heaton's going to, oh fuck's sake, I got to step in now.
Fuck's sake, I've got to play in front of 76,000 at Old Trafford.
Got to play
What
for
a
United,
drag.
like-
And then Tom Heaton
like a
steps
man
Is
in.
it my life shit?
Yeah.
Tom Heaton steps in, and we're all thinking this geezer's been injured. He's been at Villa. He's shit, and he's going to turn into a worldie,
Yeah.
and he's going to be our number 1.
Can I just stop you for a second? Are you trying to inch towards legend in the making here?
Oh no, just
Well, you're
You are.
painting this picture.
And that
I
is
can
why-
see us, like, according to you,
No, but
lifting
I'm
the title
telling you,
in May.
We're talking about Man
with Tom
United's
Heaton in
first
goal
choice goalkeeper,
and
Jay,
Cavani
don't
banging him
forget
in.
that.
Yeah.
I can see a scenario where he ends up our number 1, and also a scenario where he never plays for us.
I think we've got to say jury's out then, based on those two
Squad player.
sort of contrasting
I
factors.
go-
He's
I
better
go-
than Lee
I go,
Grant.
yeah.
He's better than Sergio Romero. He's better than Dean Henderson currently.
That is
He's better than De Gea
obscene.
currently.
What are you saying? He's
I don't-
better than Dean
I think
Henderson
it's a
currently.
bit of a
Dean
stretch to
Henderson
say he's better
was like
than Dean
the
Henderson.
highest ranked save percentage of any goalkeeper in the league when he was
Tom
at
Heaton's
Sheffield
sick,
United.
bro.
That's your stat.
Did you
So
see
I've
Tom
got my
Heaton
stat
against
as yours is-
Zlatan?
Tom Heaton is sick, bro.
Right. Let's
But Manchester United legend Zlatan, you mean?
yeah. Let's
Come
I
on.
didn't call him a legend. He
Let's
called
It
him a
has
legend.
to, it has
Let's
to
stop
start
the
at
madness
jury's
for a
out. It
minute.
has to be jury's out.
no,
That's
he's
pretty
squad
silly.
player for me.
Squad player.
Because I'm not going to throw him in jury's out yet.
Why?
He's just come into the squad. He might
And the
not kick a
jury's
ball,
not
but-
out. We know exactly what
Yeah.
Tom Heaton is.
No,
a
we
solid
don't. All right, then.
goalkeeper.
Is he ahead of Lee Grant on the list?
Yes.
Is he?
Yeah, Lee Grant's shocking,
What,
bro.
what
Wow.
number is Lee Grant on the list? Last season.
What is Lee Grant?
What is Lee Grant?
Last
Such
season-
an
holds a ball up.
existential
Right,
question.
last season, Lee Grant was our third choice goalkeeper, wasn't he? Yeah.
But really though?
Yes.
Really though?
All right. Who else was it then?
Third choice suggests you're going to play
So
soon.
it went. So last year, not this year, not the one just gone, the one before. It was De Gea, it was Romero, then it was Lee Grant. That
Yeah.
that was what it was.
Yeah.
Right. Would you have considered Lee Grant a squad player at that time?
No, but he's
Right.
not Tom
Okay. So
Heaton.
then this season, it's Henderson and De Gea. That's 2. Then it's Heaton.
So you're doing it on number of goalkeepers now. We got 8 goalkeepers, bro.
Yeah. So he's not even a squad player.
He's better than at least 6 of them goalkeepers.
Yeah, which leaves the 2 that are ahead of him and puts him in third place when Lee Grant was 2 years ago, and he wasn't even a squad player.
I think Dean Henderson's got a good future, but I'd argue they're level at the moment.
That you are.
Right.
That,
I'm
honestly,
going,
we need
I
to
think
wrap.
people need to
He's
calm
got
down
heat
with Dean
stroke in
Henderson.
that jumper
I'm
in this
going
room.
squad
People
player.
need to calm down with Dean Henderson.
You need to
He
calm
needs
down
to
with
calm
Tom
down.
Because you know
Heaton.
what?
Dean
You're
Henderson needs to
going to
calm
end
down
up with
because he's off his
Dean
head.
Henderson as your number 1, and then you're going to be crying about it in 12
Right.
months.
Okay. So where are you
He's
putting
not-
him?
Look at his
Tommy is
kids.
going to be our number 1.
Okay, yep, I'll order you the cod, but you don't like. I want cod. That's what you're doing. Okay, I'm going to order it then. 2 fish and chips, please. Yeah, I didn't think you'd like it. Well, you're eating it. You've asked for it now. No, you're not having my beans on toast. I see how it is.
So you're saying what?
Squad player.
Squad player.
Right. I'm saying squad
I'm
player. You're
outvoted.
saying jury's out.
Legend
Right.
in the
Squad
making.
player. Right. Finally, some kid. I don't know. He's in an England top on this picture. Jason.
Can't take penalties.
Yeah. Ouch. Ouch. Very hard to take a penalty. Jadon Sancho.
Yeah.
Finally, he's a Manchester United player. Where are we putting him?
Legend
We
in the
don't.
making.
Obviously, we don't know based on his United performances. He hasn't had any yet. But what we're saying, legend
Legend.
in the making.
Yeah. Well, he's
Fuck
already.
it.
It's like, yeah, whatever. What's it matter?
He's better,
already
he's
improved.
better than Dean Henderson, isn't he? We know that.
Yeah. I'm going to say improved first team.
Much. Improved first team.
Yeah. He's going to come in as our right winger.
You could make the argument for legend in the making.
yeah.
You know, already.
But, yeah, you could, but let's not put too much
I
pressure on
could
him.
make the argument for legend.
I could make it.
You
as well.
were making
Do
it
you know
for
what, Adam?
everyone, you.
I think-
You're making it for...
I think I might.
Tom Heaton a minute ago.
I think I might want to make it.
Well,
go
you
on.
two can,
But for the
you can
sense-
outvote me.
But for the sake of sensibility,
Yeah.
I'm going to go improved first team.
Okay, yeah, legend in the making. I'll tell you why. When you look at the goals and assists, 20 assists in his last couple seasons.
Yeah.
Now let's have the Bundesliga tax onto that.
Yeah.
He's getting at the minimum 10 goals, 10 assists next season. Yeah. Wearing our number 7 shirt. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah, he is wearing our number because Cavani's wearing 21.
on, I'll let you
So
finish.
he's wearing our number 7 shirt as well. So just that, off the fact, oh my God, we got a new 7 that scores goals and assists, are going to make people love him and elevate him. And then the fact that we've got him for the next 5-10 years, the quality of him. He can play left, he can play right, play behind. I could see him making a great partnership with Cavani and Rashford, with Greenwood and Sancho, Rashford, with Greenwood. Whatever combination you put, Sancho fits into it. Bruno Fernandes, cool. Pogba, Sancho's a legend already.
Sold. Legend in the making. I'm going twos
going-
on that.
you
Twos on
going
that,
there?
mate.
This whole team, legends in the making.
Yeah.
Don't start being all like
I'll tell
that.
you why, this whole team's
Throw this all in the bin.
Yeah,
They're
I'll
all
tell you
legends
what,
in the making.
Everyone's a legend.
You know why they're all
Hey,
legends in the making?
go on.
Because it's been 9 long years
Yeah.
So long.
and they're going to fucking end it.
Right. In that case, yeah, I would have put him improved first team because everything you've said.
Because, do you know why? Because he's never fucking played for us.
And all those things you said, all I was thinking when you were saying him was, I said that about Memphis. I said that about Angel Di Maria. I said that about Alexis
I
Sanchez.
foolishly said
You
that
weren't
about
wrong.
Anthony Martial.
Yeah.
You weren't wrong.
Do you know what I mean?
You know
so,
what? You've won me back. 'Cause
Yeah.
You did that.
Yeah.
Improves the first team. 2-1.
Like,
Voted.
yeah,
Done.
improves the first team. And I hope you're right, Macca. In fact, I hope you're right about all of them because according to you, we're going to win the lot with all these
No, I
players.
don't
with
hope
Tom
I'm right.
And Tom Heaton in the net.
Yeah.
I hope
Tom
I'm
Heaton
wrong on
in
Dean
goal.
Henderson.
You what?
My Dean Henderson thing is just here. It's just here.
It's
Well,
vile.
it says
It's
me.
vile is what it is. It's hateful and it's vile.
It's not hatred. It's scared.
It's
I don't trust goalkeepers.
right.
Take us home, Jay.
Yes. Anyway, regardless of whether you trust goalkeepers or not, that's been our Ole Gunnar Solskjaer transfer tier list. Let us know in the comments whether you agree with Adam McCall, myself, and Joe Smith, whether you think we've got it right or wrong. This has been a tier list. Thanks for watching.